Welcome to the Jordan Lear program, the 99th edition. A journey into the mind, body, space, and time. A bunch of babbling bullshit from a comedian, an actor, a filmmaker, a musician, a narcissist, a Renaissance man, a man of the theater, a man with love in his heart, hate in his blood. Give it up for Jordan Lear! This is a comedic podcast, okay? Don't take it fucking seriously. I saw this guy is getting sued by Disney for telling a joke about the Lion King. The Lion King was stolen from Hamlet, and Hamlet was stolen from Hamnet. And I watched all of Hamnet thinking Hamnet was a girl, but Hamnet was the name of the boy. So they fucked you again. They put a woman on the poster. You never know. Listen, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So if you don't like what you hear, or if it sounds suspicious, just know it's all rooted in fiction and you need to do your own research, okay? The plan for this podcast is to get a launching point for a career so I can get back into Hollywood and I can get into some producer's house and I can blackmail him after I do a few untrustworthy favors, okay? Got a long plan. This time I know how, every time I'm like, think about my time in LA, I'm like, this is how I would have blackmailed a producer. Fuck. I had this shot and I didn't do it because I wanted to, I don't know. I thought I should work on my craft. I definitely shouldn't have. Should have went to way more parties. I'm sorry. Whatever. It's my podcast. I can do what I want. But, you know, I went to a house above where Sharon Tate got murdered. Literally, I went to a party twice. They were so boring. Beautiful, terrible view. I just couldn't get over the beautiful view and how you weren't at the ocean still. And I'm like, wow, if you're going to be at LA, why not some place with one of those fucking massive infinity pool looking things that like Beyonce, I don't know, they said Beyonce did a music video there. I was like, yeah, whatever. I met the parents of the owners. They were like reading the newspaper with some iced tea sitting outside. No phones at all. Some like fucking oil salesman or some shit. Anyways, I couldn't fucking wait to get the fuck out of there. It was on Benedict Canyon. It was above where Sharon Tate got murdered. It was above. I couldn't wait to leave. I don't know. The people weren't even rude. They weren't even rude. Actually, I've met a lot of rude people in LA, and out of that place, they just felt like nothing. I was like, this is the echelon. You'll feel nothing, Lebowski. You'll feel nothing. All right. Well, that does it for old stories, and that does it for this podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, this is all statements of fact. This is I'm a neurosurgeon. I'm Nero. What was I going to say? I guess I should do some self-promotion, you know. Ideally, if you're a good enough artist, it doesn't matter what you say. People just like your tone, the tone of your voice bouncing around, singing, talking, whether it's about sports or movies or the books you read or a book you tried to read, but it's confusing even though it's good, so you just put it down. TV shows you didn't audition for. Sports, Mode Madness. Oh yeah, self-promotion. Listen to my songs, man. I think I put the intro of the new one. I recorded another one, Jeopardy Loser. I was going to call the name of one of my albums Jeopardy Loser. I like this JL theme. But I wrote a song about a tornado, and I didn't want to call it Tornado, so I just called it that. It doesn't even have Jeopardy Loser. Anyways, I got my songs on. I got my tunes on there. I should say it loud and proud with my chest. I don't know why when I say, watch my stuff, you turn into a little, if you like it. Hey, it's the best song you've ever heard in your fucking life. If you don't download it right now, you'll die. That's what I should say. I got movies. Okay, I need to find a middle ground. You should watch my movies. They're really good, man. Listen to my podcast. It's good. Yeah, it's solid. It's good. It's good, bro. It's fun. Go to jordanlear.com. Hopefully that's how you found this podcast. And just like everything, just watch me. Just get obsessed with me. Put pictures of me on your wall. Just fucking do everything you fucking can, you know? My fiance's got pictures of Miles Teller hanging up. You know, one day it's going to be me. One day we're going to get married and she's going to quit obsessing over Miles and it'll be over me. I miss Miles. Anyways, dude, here's something real that I can claim. I figured out music, man. I figured out music, okay? Now, I've been playing guitar for, this is my 25th year, going on 26 years now, since I was 10. And this is a long conversation. We all talk about it differently. You know, people come at music from two different sides of it, man. And there's worthy sides. There's practical playing and feel and trying, even if it's wrong, but trying and finding things that work for you and finding ways to communicate through your instrument. And then there's the music theory, where you learn the notes, you learn the intervals, you learn the scales, you learn how to read it, you learn what music fits with other music and how different music is improvised, and you learn kind of how to read it, you know? There's application and there's review, and I was hardcore on the app side, man, you know? I mean, in principle, I knew a little reading music, I did a little trombone. You know, you put it in front of me, you show me where the first note is. I get it, the half-step intervals. And over time, you pick up things. And, you know, I mean, I always knew my bass chords. You know, I knew I was playing a A through G, whatever it was, on the bar chord side, too. But you just become a little bit more familiar. And anyways, I felt pretty confident in my skills, even after 25 years. I've played live, I've recorded, and, you know, I do the whole thing. Like, I used to play in a two-person band, one of my great friends, Lauren LaGrasso, Lojo and the Truth, where I play guitar and she sang. And part of the thing that I pride myself on is that, dude, we made so much sound that, like, with her singing, I carried the rhythm and she carried the rhythm with her voice, and I was able to solo, too, even with no other instruments. A couple times we played with, like, another drumming accompaniment, but I was so proud of myself, honestly, that I could just carry all fruit and song. Anyways, I soloed, and that's a level where it's like, dude, you know, you learn how to play chords, you learn how to keep rhythm, but you're like, how do I dance with this guitar and not make it sound bad? Because you run your fingers up and down the old fretboard, and you're like, you know, if I hit the wrong note, it will sound bad, depending on what you're playing. Anyways, over the years, despite not having any classical, formal music knowledge training, besides, you know, what I could pick up and here and there, I just, like, memorized the pattern, and I knew it was the A minor pentatonic scale. Or at least over the years, I've realized it was A minor. I knew it was an A, you know, and then I was like, it's bluesy. It's A blues or A something. It was A minor pentatonic is what it was. And then I gotta take a sip of seltzer water before I go into this next bit. And then it dawned upon me. You know, I take the old music and I get a job at giving guitar lessons, and I'm nerding out with these other instructors there. And we're talking about, like, sizes of picks, man. Like, we're talking about pickups and, you know, wounds of strings and shit. And they're bringing up fucking unison tones and frequency, shit that's over my head a little bit. And, you know, I always just try to fucking steal any kind of little tidbits of knowledge I can anytime I'm around people that I know are well versed in an area that I'm interested in. Cause I'm like, they gotta know something that I don't know, especially when it comes to music. So one of the other instructors, a couple of them, you know, they did the music knowledge stuff, you know, and they're dope ass players. So I started asking them, I'm like, what scales? Like, what of all these scales should I memorize? And dude's like, memorize, like, the major and the minor. And I'm like, okay, well, like, what else, though? I was like, I got the minor. I guess, all right, I'll memorize the major. I like the minor because it kind of sounds like punk rock, but all right. I'm like, isn't there like 30 others? He's like, yeah, but, memorize those two. And I was like, okay, whatever. It wasn't enough for me at the time. But then I'd do it. And I'm still, okay, you say I've memorized this shit, but it's not like it's not fucking stuck in stone memorized. I'm still working on it, but I'm starting to get it. So I memorized the major. And then they pointed out to me, they go, yo, in every major there's a minor. There's a corresponding one. So like an A minor is the C major. And then so on. So if you go up a step from A to B, a B minor is going to go from C to D is D major. And it's going to be corresponding. So those scales are going to be like the same depending on which root note or chord you start on. And I'm like, whoa. This is fucking, I get it. I kind of get that. Holy shit. Because I always understood how I could play an A minor and I could move it up and it would be like a B minor. I'm like, all right, just play the same pattern on my hands on the scale. But now I'm like, whoa, okay. And because I also used to think that like you had to play minor to make it sound cool, but some of the major sounds fucking cool. Or maybe that's just a taste thing. I don't know. I'm certain. Whatever. And then there's the modes, okay? So I've always heard, like, dude, I had a subscription to Guitar World back in the day. Thank you, Mama. It was like $12 a year back in the day. It was pretty fruit and cheap. They had the modes, and this is where I thought there was a million different scales. Because there are, by the way. Because they're like R. But it's also creative variations on the same scales. That's what Ethan was trying to tell me. He's like, just memorize the major and the minor. And I was like, yeah, but I need more. But that will be more. You know? Sometimes you're so thirsty, they're like, yeah, drink some water. And you're like, but I want a Mountain Dew. And they're like, if you have the fucking water, you'll feel great and you'll have Mountain Dew. You add some sugar to the water. You get it, it's all there. It's all there. You need the water. It's like, oh, shit, there's water in Mountain Dew. You know what? That is actually, I think, an accurate description of the scales and the modes. What I'm trying to put across. Because there's 7 modes, There's I gotta get this right. Ionian, Dorian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian. Fuck, did I miss one? Ionian, Dorian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian. I know there's Locrian. Fuck. Oh no, I'm missing Phrygian. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian. Mixolydian is 5th. 6th is Aeolian. Give me some Aeolian. And the 7th is Locrian. Woo. And it's all kind of arbitrary. It's all like, your A is just, different countries have different sounds for it. Some country goes by like do, re, mi, fa, so. Like they do that for their thing. Anyways, where am I getting at? I got it. I think I got it. I was using TikTok for good, and I was watching the modes, and I got it. It's Mode Madness. Every time I finish a thought, I'm like, is that it? Is that all my thought? I think that is my thought, though. I think that's it. Yeah. I get the modes. So you can get it, too. If you want to figure something out, it might take 25 years. But you can figure it out. And how to implement that now is going to be a little tricky. Because now everything takes time. Everything takes time. It does. And I know that. You're like, oh, I get it. But like, how do you play it now? Because there's some dudes, they spent 25 years just knowing it. And they really know it. But they don't know how to play it. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Some people get it all at once. A couple of my best friends, they like, at age 15, they looked at that Guitar World magazine, my buddy Trav, and he was like, yeah, I get it. And he did. Took me a while. My AI computer works a little slower than Trav's. Alrighty. Well, that concludes the initial thought. Coming up next will be the program based on the art, followed by the sports. Even though Marcus Aurelius said, cheer for no one at the games. I'm going to take a break for a second. No patrolling, holy rolling, need an answer, pain's my dancer, all I pray for, life worth stay for, watch the chaos, sinners make us. I talk with the man on the hill, found a scattered heart torn and there ain't no thrill. I'm looking for the peace of a house, but there ain't no. Looking for a piece of a house, but there ain't no. They say that heaven was sand, and I know why now, 'cause the hell was bent. I'm looking for the piece of a house, but there ain't no. Shattered glasses, whooped y'all's asses. Great salvation broke the fucking irrigation. Got more timber, I feel less limber. Build a basement for the house that needs replacement. Welcome back to the Jordan Lear program. Now time for the artsy fartsy section. Let's talk about, I don't know, I try to get as pretentious as I can, but, you know, I'm always good and darn excited for going to the movie experience. I went back to the theater. There ain't many movies out, and when there is, it's like you act like everything's fucking normal. Yeah, movies are out all the time on your phone. No, they're not. Anyways, dude, I saw Project Hail Mary, the new Gosling flick. Ryan Gosling is a beautiful actor. I don't care if he's AI. He's been AI since Goosebumps back in the day. He was on Goosebumps as a young boy. Dude, he's funny. I love Ryan Gosling. Love everything he does. I don't care if he's in the Illuminati, if he's fake. I'm down. I thought he was hilarious in Barbie. Project Hail Mary is a space movie, and it's based on a space book, Project Hail Mary, written by the guy that wrote The Martian. You know, not the screenwriter. The screenwriter was Drew Goddard that wrote for both these, which I thought was pretty interesting. Drew Goddard is good. What he did, Cabin in the Woods, a little bit of Daredevil work. Anyways, Project Hail Mary. What's cool is that it's like hard science fiction, if you will. You know, like really as realistic as it can get. And so was The Martian. The Martian was about Matt Damon trapped on Mars and how he had to realistically get back. And what's interesting about this writer, which is the most interesting about this type of writing, is the scientific accuracy with, you know, it's pretty, you know, it's a story and it's fucking, whoa, how could this happen? There's a few things he's got to have happen for the fiction. But when he wrote The Martian, it was about a guy getting stranded and how would he survive. And this dude is like a smart dude. He's like some like software engineer, you know, one of those smarty-arty nerds. And when he wrote that first book, he wrote it like online in blog form, and he got like feedback while he was writing it from real scientists and stuff, helping him make it a little bit more accurate, brushing it up, you know. So it's like, okay, which is interesting in itself. Anyways, it's like, how would you do it, man? So this Project Hail Mary is about a guy who's got to find this like disease that's affecting the sun, this like small alien bacteria that's clogging up the sun, and he's got to go to, Ryan Gosling has to go to space to go fucking try and stop it. And while he's studying it, he finds another alien, and it looks weird. It's like a spider with fucking that thinks differently and communicates through music and all this stuff. And anyways, the movie is great. Spoiler alert. Also fact-checked anything I say, because it's all bullshit what I say. But, you know, if you did see the movie, this might be entertaining. The movies. Number one, what a place to bring people together. I went to the movie theater, and it wasn't my exact local one. It was kind of near. And I saw someone I know, and I didn't realize they were such a film fan. I should have. And we talked, and I haven't seen him in like 20 years. So, you know, you got to appreciate the theater, bringing everyone together. I didn't get popcorn. I got Chick-fil-A before I went in. But I did get a bunch of snacks at Target. When are you guys gonna crack down on me bringing my own M&Ms? Never. Until the last movie's in theaters, you ain't gonna catch me, motherfucker. Try and catch me sneaking in my M&Ms. I fucking dare you. I'd be so sad. I used to go to the movies with the guy that stole M&Ms from the theater all the time. At least I'm not doing that. Okay, at least I'm supporting Target, but they know. They probably own Target too. They're like, we got you. We got you, bro. We just wanted your attention the whole fucking time. Project Hail Mary. Beautiful movie. I heard rumors such that there was very limited green screen usage. I heard none. I don't know if there's none. Is there ever none? I'm not trying to harp on something for using green screen. I think it's cool, but it was a very beautiful looking movie. Ryan Gosling's got this other space movie called First Man about, what is that fucking, is it Neil Armstrong? Am I an idiot? Who's the fucking first guy to walk on the moon? It's not Buzz Aldrin. Or the first guy they said walked on the moon, at least. The first American they told us walked to the moon was Neil Armstrong. Anyways, Ryan Gosling plays him in a movie that's directed by Damien Chazelle, director of Babylon and La La Land and Whiplash. Awesome movie, and I really love the way that's shot too, man. Like both these, Project Hail Mary and that. Sometimes you watch a space movie, it's just got this sheen over it. It's a little too gleamy, a little too perfect, a little too green screen, and even if they filtered this up, which whatever it takes to make it look a little dirty, I like, It's a beautifully shot movie, very comedically good. There's things missing from the book, and my lady, my fiance, she hates when people bitch about that. She's like, fuck you, it's a movie, I like to read and I like this. And I agree, it's a worthy adaptation. There's even a couple character differences. Spoiler alert, like they show him getting like annoyed with the alien. It's like a buddy movie, it's a comedic movie, but in the movie they show him getting like annoyed by the fucking the alien dude a little bit, funny. And in the book, he's like not. He really is expressly like obsessed with just nerding out with him all the time. And it was a little different, I'm like, I don't mind. It's like in Jurassic Park, fucking John Hammond. He's this like, lovable, likable character. In the book, he's like portrayed like, ooh, Mr. Burns, evil fucking behind the scenes. Don't you worry, I'm gonna get my money. This part, he's still greedy in the movie, but anyways, I'm rambling again. Project Hail Mary. What else do I want to say about that? Didn't get popcorn. Snuck in some M&Ms. Saw the new Odyssey trailer. Okay, so Odyssey, that'll keep it. They give us like 2 movies a fucking year. Whatever. I need to quit bitching about the movies. Got my movie coming out this summer. Sex, Drugs, and Open Mics. Like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, kind of like that. It's a provocative title, that's why I chose it. It's meant to provoke you. And eating Chick-fil-A and stealing some M&Ms, okay? Provoke the beast. Sex, Drugs, and Open Mics. That'll be a beautiful premiere. That'll be the 3rd movie I give you the thumber. All right. So that's the movie I saw in theaters. Other than that, for movies, I haven't been watching like movies a ton. Kind of on purpose, trying to get shit done. I've been learning the modes. Fucking trying to. I did watch Blue Chip because it's on theme for basketball. And this, I think, might be the best college basketball movie of all time. Yeah. Because what's that? Is that Hoosiers? Is that a college movie? Or is that a high school movie? I don't know. There's like Hoosiers and there's Space Jam and Like Mike and what's the other? Coach Carter. I'll do push-ups for Cruz or whatever. I'll do push-ups for you. I'll do his push-ups. But Blue Chip, okay, this Nick Nolte movie from the 80s. And it's got like Shaquille O'Neal's in it. And I know some other real basketball players are too. But like Rick Pitino's got a cameo in it. And Bobby Knight, he's the basketball coach they go up against at the end. Dude, because this, I can't believe I found this movie. I'm surprised they haven't got rid of it. Because this is in the 80s. And mind you, every so often, over the years, college teams have been busted for paying players, which, I don't even want to shit on. Like Rick Pitino, he got his assistant. He passed it off to his assistants, but his championship in 2013 has been vacated or whatever because at Louisville he was like buying hookers for the I shouldn't say he, and this is all fake. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Someone was getting escorts for recruits at some university, and they had to vacate the shit. Anyways, people getting paid for years, man. I remember sitting down with a football player in college and him talking about a scholarship, but he was talking about it in terms of how much money he makes, And this movie from the 80s, Blue Chip, is all about that. And it's all about them trying to fucking, give cars and give a bag of cash to players. Nick Nolte's trying to go with the system. He's trying to fight it. Meanwhile, fast forward today in 2026 in the college, you can go pro and come back to college. You can switch teams every year, and they all get paid. They all get paid at standard, NIL deals, the name and likeness, whatever. It's just changed completely. And fucking Blue Chip, this movie was, the whole crux of the movie, they win the game, but at the end, Nick Nolte goes off in the press just screaming about how this isn't about basketball, it's not about education, it's not about anything anymore. What, we give a kid a bag of cash, a tractor, we give him a tractor? We gave a kid a tractor. Some Iowa farm kid wanted some shit to shoot hoops. Anyways, dude, I put on Blue Chip thinking it was going to be like a whatever movie. And it was like a whoa, this is the movie. I know I've heard about Gene Hackman inspiring him at halftime, but dude, Nick Nolte in the post-game press conference screaming at the press, like that's my movie. That's my movie. Anyways, I'll have more fucking basketball on the way. Other than that, like, I don't know, St. Patty's, I watched a little bit of the Leprechaun movies, Leaping Leprechauns, Luck of the Irish, the Boondock Saints. I used to watch those movies so much. I'm kind of off of it, mate. I'm kind of off the shit. I like them in the background. I like talking about them, but it's, I gotta look at other things. Television. Still watching some Dragon Ball. I barely know what's going on, but I turn it on every morning while I flip through my phone. Dragon Ball's cool. It's weird. It's trippy, dude. Everything that's up my alley, sometimes I can't even understand it, but it's very good. Dragon Ball is that. Put on the new Scrubs. My roommates in college were obsessed with Scrubs. Roommate Corey, he had that shit going non-fucking stop, dude. He was Scrubs for Halloween. It was great. It was perfect. Him and Kayvon. And I like Scrubs. It was always a little, how do I put this? Effeminate for me. And I like groovy, effeminate things, but I just, I couldn't buy. I shouldn't even say this. I just didn't. Okay, like Neil Patrick Harris. He's a gay man, right? Can we say that? Am I going to get sued like the Lion King guy? I'm pretty sure. Neil Patrick Harris, he posts his photos with his family all dressed up in Halloween, him and his, gay husband. I hope his husband's gay too. I hope I'm not putting blasphemy by saying that. Anyways, he played not only Doogie Howser, but he played like a ladies' man on How I Met Your Mother. And I totally bought it, bro. Like I was like, it said something about me, but I was like, this guy is funny. And he's the way he gets chicks. I forget his name on this show. But on Scrubs, now I hear, what's his fucking name? Zach Braff? Am I putting in blasphemy? I hear the ladies like this man, like in real life. I think I've read that, like, for real, like, I don't know. Maybe he's not. Anyways, he plays a ladies' man on the show, and I just never bought it on the show. Okay? Yes, I want to get cast on the show. More than anything. Yes, I will delete this episode immediately if they fucking... I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying there's something going on. I don't know what I'm trying to say, because I did watch the new... I like it. I like the new Scrubs. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm as gay as it gets. No, I'm not. I'm not deleting this episode. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I like the new Scrubs. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I didn't like it when I was in college. I thought it was too tough for it. And now I like it. I like the new Scrubs. Is that okay to say? You know? I like to make out with dudes. What? Daredevil. I watched the new season of Daredevil. And it hurt. Because I realized I auditioned for it twice last year. And I'm pretty sure I auditioned for it twice when it was on Netflix. Either that or Punisher. Both. I was auditioned to be a cop on there, man. And I'm like, but I feel like I'm Daredevil. That's the thing. I signed these NDAs and I'm supposed to talk about it. I don't know what I'm talking about. This guy I know, he auditions for superhero TV shows once every 2 years for a really like under 5 role, okay? And every time in my slate, I'm like, yo, I could be a great Spider-Man. He'll be casting me for like a guy walking down the fucking street, you know, and like it's some untitled, you know, Marvel or DC or fucking Wildstorm movie, and it tapes in Philly, and you look up like what the production schedule is, and it's like, oh shit, I could be Wonder Woman. But they don't want you to be Wonder Woman. They want you to fucking, like, be the dude holding your phone. They just want you to be a camera guy. In fact, they just send you an email saying, watch this movie. Where am I going with this? Daredevil didn't think I was a cop. Is it because I wore a Daredevil outfit in the audition? Here's the thing about the show. I don't want to say anything bad, but... because this is good. That fucking new suit is badass. The black suit with the red, the old D look, the old English. Not completely old English, but I will say that. I just watched about 10 seconds of the new show, and I was like, whoa, I do like this. This is a return to form. Fuck. Could have been me. Alright, so that's all the TV I've been watching. Book, I've been reading The Sirens of Titan by Kurt Vonnegut. You know, I'm not ashamed to say this as a reader, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to talk. I don't know what's going on a lot whenever I read. I like to read, and I read it. And maybe I'm just reading out of my range sometimes. But Kurt Vonnegut, like Shakespeare, I'm not ashamed to say it. Sometimes I don't understand it, but I really like it. All right? This is sci-fi. It's not really... It's all about war between Mars and Earth. But it's like, you know, it's written Kurt Vonnegut-y, comedically. But there's like time travel, or at least this guy like vaporizes out of the sky, basically teleports and apparates, as they would say in Harry Potter. Anyways, it's cool. I love it. I'm like, it's just up my alley, but I need the Wikipedia to kind of understand. Because my head just doesn't fucking take it in right. I don't know. I like it. You know, same as Slaughterhouse-5. That's his big one. Besides, you know, being read by fucking James Vanderbeek in Varsity Blues in the middle of it when he opens up his playbook. John Voight throws fucking Kurt Vonnegut out. Anyways, I'm reading The Sirens of Titan. No, I don't understand every bit of it, but I enjoy it, and I like it. It's fun. Kind of seemed on theme with Project Hail Mary, eh? That's it. That's it for the download of the art. I'm spent. I don't need to watch any more things. That's it, man. Except for sports. But I'm going to take a break for that, okay? Listen to this song for a second. Maybe a whole minute. Then we come back. We're going to talk about Tom Izzo and my Spartans. My Spartans of Bend East Lansing, allegedly. Welcome back to the Jordan Lear program. Welcome to this edition of sports, okay? And if you're not into Michigan State basketball, I suggest you turn this off. Maybe you throw your phone away, okay? Maybe you continue on with your life, because I don't need one right now, okay? I've spent a little bit too much time in the Midwest, and I will support my alma mater in a hyper-obsessive way that you will not be able to grip or understand, okay? I was once cast in a production of Alan Ball's 5 Women Wearing the Same Dress. And then I took Alan Ball's work and I watched American Beauty and I read all of his fucking plays he ever written in his life, even the short one-act ones. And I even found a man of which his name was, what was his fucking name? Oh, if I can forget his name. Anyways, one of the fucking plays was based on this guy. What's his name? Waken? Fucking. Oh, I forget. Anyways, he lived with Alan Ball back in the day, and I spent New Year's with this guy. That was coincidental. That was crazy. That was fucking crazy. Anyways, I get obsessed with fucking things like that. I'll watch all of it. In Michigan State, I took about 10 years off from watching this basketball team dribble up the court, man. I came from the fucking days of Kalen Lucas. Say it with me now. And Raymond Morgan. Delvon Rowe. One of my buddies married some chick that banged him once. It's a true story. Allegedly. This is all fake. This is all work. This is fiction. It's fiction. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that Michigan State is going to its 17th Sweet 16 under Tom Izzo's rule. He clipped 16 Sweet 16s, Tom Izzo. Okay, in a world of madness, and I will be the first to say that fucking sports is rigged. It is rigged at the highest level. They have no control. The outcomes are pre-decided. For all we know, all the games are pre-decided. I don't give a fuck, dude. If Michigan State wins, I'm going to hoop and holler, and hopefully I'll shut off the TV at the end and go on with my life. But for that 2 hours while the ball is dribbling, I am going to be dedicated to the cult, okay? It's not a hobby. It's not a religion. It's a cult. I'm obsessed with Cone Carr, 5'5", with Jordan Scott. I don't know his number. Kurtang! Jeremy Fears, who could possibly be on his way to becoming the greatest point guard in Michigan State history. The likes of Kalen Lucas, Corey Lucius, little playground with him. I used to have class with Corey Lucius. What else was I saying? Mouser! My cat. What do you need, brother? Fat-ass cat. What was I going to say about Michigan State? What's going on here? Yeah, I hope for another 2 years out of Jeremy Fears. Some people say he might not go to the NBA because he's not tall enough. And I'm like, works for us. Works for us, baby. All right. You need to root for Michigan State. So in a time where the shit's all rigged and it's NIL and teams can change every year, and they do, okay? You know, it used to be Kentucky with the one and done. John Calipari, he'd get these guys And there was 5 freshmen every year that went to the NBA right after because they're so good. They could have went straight to the NBA. But he's like, yo, for a little cash, a lot, make a little pit stop. Well, now it's fucking NIL, so it's kind of worth their while to stay in the league because March Madness is way better than your fucking G League or whatever. So, just so everyone knows, okay? You got your fucking one of your number 1 teams in the country, and they are. They're one of the number 1 teams in the country. I'll say their name. I'm not scared of Voldemort. I'm talking about the University of Michigan. The Blue and Maize. Okay? The Ann Arbor. Respect. They're my favorite team. They are my favorite team to root against. They invigorate my life. Okay? If you're going to root for sports, you have to root the right way. You can't be a little pussy about it and be like, no, I respect all the teams. Nah, you got to hate some of them. I hate them, and I love them for that. Okay? But just so everyone knows, 4 of those starters for Michigan did not play there last year. They just showed up. And just like you're a fan, and you got to relearn the fucking team players' names, And, I just jumped in the last couple of years. Hey, I'm a real fan. I went to to Indy. I went to school 08 through 012. 012, is that how you say it? We lost the championship game to North Carolina. My roommate Neil, he went to that game. Both my roommates at the time. Steven, he graduated from OSU, allegedly. Anyways, and the next year I went to Indy. I watched us lose courtside to fucking Butler. We put the fans down below the deck, so you still have to crank your neck and look at the fucking Megatron to watch the game. Where Butler was holding us at the end of the fucking game, no fouls called. They're holding Draymond and all this shit. Anyways, I'm there for it. Okay, and we got ourselves a matchup with UConn. UConn, isn't that interesting? Okay, we take it back. We take it back to the roots of me getting obsessed with basketball at the collegiate level, the minor leagues, if you will. My freshman year in 08, 09 actually, technically. Is that how it's rocking? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm right. We went up against Rick Pitino when he coached Louisville. And this was I would think this is the Elite Eight. I need to watch a highlight of our tournament that year. I think it was the Elite Eight. And it was the big matchup. And then we beat them. Obama was fucking rooting against us. And then we went up against UConn. And that was the Final Four, right? That's got to be, yeah. Okay. And we beat them. And, dude, that's the first time I remember fucking, I think I was watching Chris Barbie's room. And what's his nuts? Darrell Summers came down with the fucking slam against the guy, threw his hands and shit, dude. Oh, Darrell Summers was so sick to watch, man. Cohen Carr, people don't understand. Cohen Carr is like an AI, Chat GPT, fucking Gronk, not the football player, but the operating system. He is insane. But the original, the Darrell Summers and the Adrian Payne, R.I.P., rest in peace. It was just on a different fucking level. Anyways, how fitting is it that the Michigan State Spartans, we face the University of Connecticut? I don't think an old Dan Hurley, who I guess he used to play for Duke or whatever. I'm learning more about fucking basketball lore this year. This dude he's a hilarious coach. I love all the coaches. I do. I truly hate Michigan, but I love all the other teams. Even Duke, I root against because he's so badass, but the nerdy-ass coach, he's fucking funny to watch, dude. You can't help but like it. We're all watching the Rick Pitino videos of him being like, where the fuck will you raise? You got to dig down deeper. We don't care about the missed shots. You got to play defense. I'm in. Okay. Now, Michigan State's got UConn in the Sweet 16. And I just see it going our way, okay? The game is expanding. The fact that Carson Cooper is taking the shit at the top of the key because he's a pretty good dribbler. The boy came from a soccer background. He's good. Kobe used to play soccer to work on his dribbling. And he hit that 3. I know it wasn't his first 3 ever, but he hit it in the fucking March Madness. And Trey Ford, dude, Trey Ford just has confidence hitting that 3, okay? And I don't know what your percentage got to be for it to be all right, around 50%, 30%. I don't know, man. He hits it. You got to believe in him. Switch him and Kurtang out. You got to start with Jordan Scott with some badass defense. First wind. You get one of those guys in there. Pop the tray. Whoosh, whoosh. Cohen Carr flying the top. You got fucking Cooper just to do the same. And he can pop. Everyone can hit threes on the team. Okay? Everyone. Jason McCullough hit a fucking 3 in the last game. Okay? Shoot or shoot. And I understand the reality that we could get cold. And a lot of people had us going on the first game. Fuck it. Yeah. But saying, well, we're deep. So you can switch it out. I believe in energy. Okay? I believe it's rigged at the highest level. And I believe that they want Michigan State to win because it'll prove. Fuck, Michigan State. They had a couple transfers. And they're not fucking starting. Caleb Glenn hasn't been able to play. Divine, he hasn't been able to play. And they would have been. They would have used him. But it wouldn't have been all fucking 5, man. But the fact is, they got Jeremy. They got Jordan. They got Cam. They got Cohen. They got Cooper. They got Jackson. They got Kurtang. Homegrown. Spartans. Jesse McCullough. Homegrown. Trey Ford just showed up, and he's like his 6th school, but like one of his coach died, and then he transferred. And he wasn't some fucking guy. Michigan's got Elliot Cadeau from like North Carolina. That's a little wild. Good for them, but of course he's good, man. Fuck. They don't let you in that state. I went to North Carolina. I couldn't play basketball. They told me to get the fuck out. I was like, I'm just here to see my sister. Like, can you dribble? Get the fuck out of here. You're not Taylor Hansborough. Anyways, man. I'm so overly jacked for this game. I'm so overly jacked. It's exciting. I don't know if I'm more scared for us to lose this game or for us to win the entire tournament and then me realize I still have to go on with my life. And think I've watched I was watching the women's tournament, man. I put on the NIT last night. Get a little basketball obsessed. Ready for it to end. I need to go back to reading books. Okay. Now I'm Nick Nolte at the end of Blue Chip. Now I'm in the mode. Now I'm in the mode of madness. Okay? I took the UCB class. They said you got to tie it all in. You got to throw in your little tags at the end. Okay? Is this Project Hail Mary? Are we fisting my bump? Okay? Do you even understand the Sirens of Titan? Okay? It's Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian. 7th mode is Locrian. That's the truth, Daredevil. Put me in the fucking suit. Put me in the Daredevil suit. Can I be Wonder Woman? Don't forget baseball starts tonight. How am I going to get stoked for baseball? I'm sure I will. I'm going to have to find a way to get to Wrigley. You know what? I could start looking. I could go to Wrigley Field next week probably. Get my life going. Sparty would be the Elite 8. Feeling great. We'll be playing in the Elite 8 this Sunday. Don't you fucking worry. Don't you worry. You have your ass out in the river tonight, baby. Okay? You watching that new Rooster show? Rooster's written by the guy that made Scrubs. Who's gay now? Put that in your Dragon Balls. Now I'm fired. Now I'm ready to record. Yeah. Now you like and subscribe. Don't like and subscribe. Dislike. Subscribe. Subscribe. This is Jordan Ray Program. It was all fake. It's not real. Feel the wind change. Rip me up strange. Derail the deranged. And pour your soul